Activision might have just leaked when Warzone Mobile is going to be launching later on this year, which is a really big piece of information because so far up to this point, we have had mixed information and mixed communications from Warzone Mobile as to when we can expect the game to globally launch. But as you guys know, Warzone Mobile is probably the most highly anticipated mobile game coming out this year. And so with tens of millions of players already pre-registered to get the game, a ton of you guys out there are definitely wondering when that's going to be. Now, Warzone Mobile has had a pretty interesting launch up to this point in time, where creators like myself back in November of last year had the opportunity to go to London and play the game before it launched regionally in Australia just about a month or so later in December. The game was then out for around 3 or 4 months in Australia only before regionally launching in 3 more countries, that being Chile, Sweden, and Norway, and that is where the game stands today. Now, for quite some time, everyone turned their heads to the iOS App Store, where we looked at the estimated launch date that is given when you look up Warzone Mobile. If you live in a country that currently has access to Warzone Mobile, then this date won't appear to you, but anyone outside of those 4 countries that I just listed, that is all the information that we originally had to go off of to guess when we might be getting the game globally launched. Now, ever since the game had originally come out in Australia, the launch date that was estimated on the App Store was May 15th, and it hadn't changed all the way up to just a few days before May 15th, when people realized the game wasn't going to be launching and that May 15th wasn't actually an accurate launch date for Warzone Mobile on either iOS or Android, and it has since been updated to November of this year. That is all we have. November 2023 is the only public date that might give us some indication as to when we can expect Warzone Mobile to launch, but that was just until around a week ago when the Game Awards were announcing the brand new Call of Duty, and they slipped in a little bit of information that I don't think I've seen anyone mention other than Bobby Plays on Twitter, and it's when he tweeted this video.
Next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall along with Warzone Mobile. Today, we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, launching next week. Here's your first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest, including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo.
If you didn't catch it, the announcer basically said launching alongside of the brand new Call of Duty this fall will be Warzone Mobile. It was literally like a 3-second piece of information, but I'm not sure why it would be included in there if it wasn't already accurate. Now, if you're wondering why this is a big deal, well, it's because up to this point, like I said, we have really no information other than that November date, which originally a lot of us thought was going to be a placeholder date, meaning it wasn't real and it was going to be fine-tuned and adjusted later on down the line to represent the actual global launch date. But it seems like that might actually be the official launch date. If you guys don't know, every year either a late October or very early November is when the yearly Call of Duty title releases. Activision has been doing this for the last like 15 years or so, launching their Call of Duty game in the fall, and more specifically late October or early November. And if we think about the current development of Warzone Mobile, obviously it is nowhere near close to launching. There is at minimum a few more months needed for development of the game to get it to a place where it could be played globally on both iOS and Android. For instance, there is still no graphics tab within the game, and in just the most recent update, Warzone Mobile actually capped everyone's frame rate at 30 FPS for apparently like performance testing reasons. So the game definitely has at least 3 to 4 more months needed for development and needed to get the game into a polished state where it can be played on both high and low end devices. And it would also make a ton of sense, since Warzone Mobile's development has been a little bit on the slower side, if they just waited an extra month or two to launch Warzone Mobile alongside the brand new Call of Duty. That would help the game out tremendously in terms of cross promotion and marketing efforts. Imagine you buy the new Modern Warfare 3 game, you open it up, and one of the first things you see and you're greeted with is that Warzone Mobile is now available worldwide on iOS, Android's high-end and low-end devices, and it is really optimized. You're able to go from Warzone Mobile, grind your weapons, and then use those same leveled up weapons on your PC and console account on the new Modern Warfare 3. That sounds like a really great selling point, and it sounds like something that would get a lot of PC and console gamers onto the mobile platform, where traditionally that has been the biggest struggle. If we look at a game like Apex Legends Mobile, where they initially had a lot of hype and a lot of PC and console players downloading the game on their mobile devices, they really didn't have a lot of those players stick around because they quickly realized that this mobile only version of the game didn't really benefit them in any way on their progression of their PC and console accounts. So if Activision is able to have this really polished version of Warzone Mobile be launched alongside of the new Modern Warfare 3 game with cross progression enabled, that would give a huge incentive for millions and millions of extra PC and console gamers to hop on Warzone Mobile, which at the end of the day is Activision's game plan. They want not only mobile players to play this game, but they want to transition a good percentage of their PC and console audience over to the mobile platform. That way they can keep people locked in their ecosystem, playing their game, spending money on their game on either their phone or their PC and console, and it's just a win-win for everyone. So for me, I think the launch date for Warzone Mobile is going to be whatever the launch date is for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Maybe a week before, maybe a week after, but sometime in that time frame, either late October or early November, or whenever Modern Warfare 3 releases. I think that is a really good estimate for Warzone Mobile is going to be launching, especially after seeing this clip from the Game Awards where they give the announcer what to say. You know, the announcer doesn't just make things up on the fly. He didn't just pull that out of his butt saying Warzone Mobile is going to be launching alongside the brand new Call of Duty. He was told to say that, and he said it for a reason, and I think it makes sense. We need a few more months for development. The brand new Call of Duty is launching in a few more months. If we just match up the launch dates, then it would be a huge explosive launch, but I still just want to make sure that you guys know this is all speculation until we get official confirmation from the Warzone Mobile socials or Twitters. This will not be confirmed, but a lot of stars are lining up to make this possibility seem really likely in terms of happening. But once again, this is just me speculating. I've been wrong before. I thought May 15th was actually a pretty high chance of happening as well. So take things that you heard from me today with a grain of salt, and make sure you follow the official Warzone Mobile socials to keep posted on all things related to the launch of Warzone Mobile. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, if I get any more information on the launch of Warzone Mobile, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys in the know, so make sure you guys are subscribed. But with all that being said, it's been DuckyTheGamer. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.